The Buffett rule. Stop chasing stocks you don't understand. Imagine you are watching a stock climb. 5%, then 20%, then 50%. Everyone seems to be making money. Your friends are talking about it. Social media is full of predictions. Suddenly, staying out feels like a mistake. So you buy. But there is one problem. You have no idea what you actually bought. You cannot clearly explain how the company makes money. You do not understand its competitive advantage. You are not sure what could destroy its profits. And you have no idea what the business is actually worth. You are not investing. You are chasing. And this is where one of Warren Buffett's most powerful ideas becomes incredibly important: your circle of competence. Buffett has repeatedly emphasized that investors do not need to understand every business. They need to know the boundaries of what they understand and stay within those boundaries. That sounds simple, but psychologically, it is extremely difficult because the market constantly rewards curiosity, excitement, and FOMO. When something you do not understand suddenly doubles in price, your brain does not say, "I lack sufficient information." It says, "I am missing an opportunity." That is the trap. Here is the deeper lesson. Your circle of competence is not a prison. It is a competitive advantage. Think about it this way. A professional pilot does not need to know how to perform brain surgery. A surgeon does not need to know how to fly a commercial aircraft. Their expertise becomes valuable precisely because they know where their competence begins and where it ends. Investing is no different. You can become extremely knowledgeable about 10 businesses and completely ignore 1,000 others. That is not weakness, that is discipline. But there is another distinction beginners often miss. Understanding a company does not automatically mean the stock is a good investment. You might understand exactly how a business makes money and still pay far too much for it. So there are really two questions. Do I understand this business? And at this price, is it a good investment? Those are completely different questions. Before buying a stock, try a simple test. Can you explain how the company makes money in 2 sentences? Can you explain why customers choose it? Can you identify its major competitors? Can you describe its major risks? Can you explain what could cause its earnings to deteriorate? And perhaps the most revealing question of all, if the stock market closed tomorrow and stayed closed for 5 years, would you still be comfortable owning this business? If your answer is no, ask yourself why. Maybe you do not understand the business well enough. Or maybe you understand the business, but you are really betting on the stock price going up. There is nothing wrong with admitting, "I don't understand this." In fact, that sentence might save you more money than another stock tip ever will. Buffett's genius was never simply finding opportunities. It was knowing which opportunities to ignore. The world will always produce another hot stock, another exciting technology, another market bubble, and another story about someone becoming rich overnight. You do not need to catch all of them. You only need to recognize the opportunities that fall within your circle of competence and have the discipline to let the rest pass. Because sometimes the smartest investment decision is not buying. It is knowing why you should walk away.